Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States of America who successfully prosecuted the Civil War to preserve the nation. He played a key role in the passage of the 13th Amendment, which officially ended slavery in America.
Lincoln's journey. Abraham Lincoln was born on Sinking Springs Farm near Hodgenville, Kentucky, on February 12, 1809, to Thomas and Nancy Hanks Lincoln. His birthplace is believed to have been a 16-foot by an 18-foot log cabin, which no longer exists. His mother died on October 5, 1818. Thomas Lincoln remarried a year later to Sarah Bush Johnston, a woman of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, whom he had known for many years. Sarah and Abraham had a loving relationship that continued throughout their lives. She encouraged him in his attempts to educate himself. At New Salem, he was a partner in a store that failed and would be many years paying off the last of the store's creditors, an obligation he referred to as the national debt. During the 1832 Black Hawk War, he was elected as the captain of a militia unit.
Stuart and Lincoln both ran for the Illinois General Assembly that year, and Stuart won the election. The more experienced Stuart, known as Jerry Sly for his skills at management and intrigue, loaned law books to Lincoln that would help him study to become an attorney. In 1836, Lincoln received a license to practice law. He would establish a respectable record as an attorney and was often hired by the Illinois Central Railroad. Lincoln won re-election to the General Assembly in 1836, 1838, and 1840. He did not seek the post again after 1840, but won the popular vote in 1854. However, he resigned so he would be eligible for election to the U.S. Senate. In 1846, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, where he gave the infamous spot speech about the war that had begun with Mexico. His career got off to a rough start, as he was not a staunch supporter of the war with Mexico, and he believed that slavery should be abolished. Both of these beliefs were not popular in his district of Illinois, and he was not re-elected.
Over the next 12 years, Lincoln practiced law and built up his firm. Lincoln had previously been engaged to Anne Rutledge in New Salem and had nearly lost his mind when she died. Neighbors' stories indicate Lincoln did take her death hard. He was always prone to fits of melancholia, depression, and one state legislator claimed Lincoln told him he wouldn't carry a pocket knife for fear he'd use it to harm himself. In 1842, Lincoln married Mary Todd. They had 4 sons, including Robert Todd Lincoln, born in 1843, and was their only child to reach adulthood. In 1860, Lincoln was elected presidential candidate for the Republican Party, although it was not easy.
He was elected president, but, as a result, 7 southern states seceded from the Union. In Lincoln's inauguration speech, he said that secession was anarchic and illegal. He told the Union that while he would not interfere with slavery, he would hold or repossess all federal property. Civil War broke out soon after. In his Gettysburg Address, after a great victory for the North, Lincoln proclaimed that the end of the Civil War stood for freedom and equality for all. Following victory in the war, Lincoln was re-elected. In his second inaugural address, Lincoln urged the North and South to come together and bury past differences with malice toward none and charity for all.
Lincoln's death. John Wilkes Booth originally planned to kidnap the president, but Lincoln made a speech on April 11 about voting rights for black people, angering Booth. On April 14, 1865, Booth became the first person to assassinate an American president when he shot and killed Abraham Lincoln at Ford's Theater in Washington. After being in a coma for 9 hours, Lincoln died on April 15. His body lay in state until April 21 and was taken on a tour of the North by train for 3 weeks, with thousands attending memorial services for him.
Lessons from the life of Abraham Lincoln. Hustle. You can't stroll to a goal. You must hustle. Dare to be different. Lincoln, known for his honesty, stood up to his critics and stuck by his beliefs. Make the years count. Lincoln didn't live to very old age, but the years he lived profoundly impacted the world. Do not accept the limitations of your birth. Lincoln was born in a log cabin. He had very few books available. The odds were against him, yet he rose to the highest position in the land and assumed the most difficult tasks. Thank you for watching the video.
Do like and subscribe for daily updates.